Have you ever wondered about the true meaning of life? Is there something more to existence than simply accumulating wealth and status? From Siddhartha Gautama, later known as the Buddha, to modern-day visionaries like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, these timeless questions have shaped the lives of those who reached the pinnacle of success. Yet, even at the height of power and privilege, they too have struggled with the same existential dilemmas that Buddha did. The Buddha's teachings offer a path to inner peace and liberation from the suffering that comes from our attachments to the impermanent world around us. In this video, we explore the incredible journey of Siddhartha Gautama, from his life of luxury as a prince to his awakening as the Buddha, and delve into how his wisdom remains relevant today in the lives of the most influential people on Earth. Through the Buddha's life and his powerful teachings, we will discover how we can transcend the material and emotional struggles we face, finding fulfillment and lasting peace. The life and teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, offer profound insights into the nature of human existence and the pursuit of enlightenment. His journey from luxury to spiritual awakening, his understanding of suffering, and the methods he developed to transcend it have shaped millions of lives across the globe. To explore this in depth, we can break down Buddha's teachings, aligning them with the challenges and realities faced by individuals in the modern world, particularly those in positions of wealth, influence, or power. The life of Siddhartha Gautama, from luxury to enlightenment. Siddhartha Gautama was born in the 6th century BCE in what is now Nepal. His birth into a royal family shielded him from the harsh realities of life. As the son of King Suddhodana, Siddhartha was enveloped in luxury. His every need was met, and he was surrounded by comfort, wealth, and beauty. Siddhartha's life appeared perfect, yet he was troubled by an existential question. What is the true meaning of life? Despite all the comforts of royalty, he began to recognize the impermanence of his existence. This journey toward self-awareness, much like that of some modern figures, highlights the universal search for meaning that transcends status or wealth. For instance, Steve Jobs, despite being one of the wealthiest and most influential individuals in the world, faced his own existential questions. Jobs's battle with terminal cancer led him to a profound realization that material success cannot provide true fulfillment. He stated that what matters most is how one lives, how they leave a legacy, and how they contribute to the greater good. In the case of Siddhartha, his journey from a life of privilege to one of renunciation mirrored the paths of many modern entrepreneurs and thinkers. Elon Musk, for example, left behind the comforts of conventional success to explore space, driven by the hope of advancing humanity. Similarly, Siddhartha chose to leave his family and his luxurious palace to embark on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment, recognizing that true fulfillment could not be found in material wealth or comfort. The quest for truth, transcending material success and suffering. Siddhartha's quest for truth was rooted not in accumulating more wealth or power, but in confronting the inevitable suffering inherent in life. Like the Buddha, many people today, especially those in positions of power like Jeff Bezos, realize that success and wealth do not shield us from the harsh realities of life. Bezos, despite his fortune, faced personal struggles, including a highly public divorce, proving that material success cannot provide lasting happiness. Siddhartha's search for truth led him to try extreme asceticism, hoping to transcend suffering by rejecting material comforts altogether. This was not unlike Gandhi's practice of fasting and self-denial, in an effort to strip away the distractions of the physical world and focus on the deeper truths of existence. However, Siddhartha realized that such extremes, whether indulgence in pleasure or self-mortification, were not the paths to enlightenment. His experience led to the discovery of the middle way, which emphasized balance over extremes. This teaching resonates strongly in the modern world, where people often go to great lengths, working excessive hours or seeking material gain in search of happiness. The The middle way offers a practical approach to life. It encourages us to balance material pursuits with spiritual mindfulness, leading to peace and stability. Modern figures such as Oprah Winfrey and the Dalai Lama have similarly embraced this principle. Oprah, for instance, advocates for mindfulness, living with purpose, and practicing gratitude to combat the relentless demands of modern life. The Dalai Lama, too, stresses the importance of balancing wisdom and compassion in navigating life's challenges. The Four Noble Truths, the core of Buddha's teachings. At the heart of the Buddha's teachings are the Four Noble Truths, which address the fundamental nature of suffering and the path to its cessation. These truths are as relevant today as they were in Buddha's time, offering a profound roadmap for dealing with life's challenges. 1. The truth of suffering, dukkha. The first truth acknowledges that suffering is inherent in life. This suffering is not limited to physical pain, but also encompasses mental and emotional distress, such as anxiety, depression, and existential unease. Even the most powerful people, such as Oprah Winfrey or Steve Jobs, have faced personal suffering. Oprah, despite her immense success, has openly discussed her emotional pain, particularly in the wake of her mother's death. This recognition of suffering is key to Buddha's teachings, as it underscores that no one, no matter their status, is immune to life's inherent challenges. 2. The truth of the cause of suffering, samudaya. Buddha taught that the root of suffering lies in attachment and desire. The desire for more wealth, fame, power, or even pleasure traps us in a cycle of longing and dissatisfaction. Jeff Bezos's experiences, from his wealth to his personal life, reflect the truth of this cycle. Despite achieving everything society values, Bezos has spoken about the emptiness of seeking material gain at the expense of personal relationships and emotional well-being. Buddha's teachings warn that attachment to transient things, whether it's wealth or relationships, ultimately leads to suffering because these things are impermanent. 3. The truth of the cessation of suffering, nirodha. Buddha's third truth offers hope. Suffering can be ended by eliminating attachment and desire. This cessation comes from understanding the impermanent nature of all things. In modern life, figures like Nelson Mandela exemplify this principle. Mandela's ability to forgive and let go of resentment, despite spending 27 years in prison, enabled him to transcend suffering and lead South Africa through a period of great change. His story reflects Buddha's teaching that true peace comes not from changing external circumstances, but from transforming our internal reactions and attachments. 4. The truth of the path to the cessation of suffering, magga. The fourth truth outlines the eightfold path, a guide to living a life that ends suffering. This path encompasses right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Gandhi's adherence to the principles of nonviolence, ahimsa, and truth, satya, mirrored this path, leading him to become a transformative leader in India's fight for independence. Gandhi's life serves as a modern example of how ethical living and mindfulness can bring about social and personal change. The middle way, a balanced approach to life. Buddha's concept of the middle way advocates for a balanced approach to life, avoiding the extremes of indulgence and self-mortification. This teaching can be seen in modern leaders like Barack Obama, who demonstrated the ability to remain balanced and measured under pressure. Despite the stress of political life, Obama emphasized the importance of maintaining a sense of perspective, staying connected to family, and taking time for reflection. In a world often dominated by extremes, whether in work, consumption, or self-denial, the middle way offers a practical and attainable approach to living harmoniously. It teaches that peace comes not from chasing after fleeting pleasures or rejecting life's comforts, but from finding a balance between the two. Buddha's legacy. a universal path to personal transformation. The Buddha's teachings continue to influence people from all walks of life, transcending cultural, racial, and temporal boundaries. His emphasis on self-reliance and personal transformation resonates deeply in the modern world, where many people feel overwhelmed by external pressures. Figures like Elon Musk and Bill Gates embody aspects of Buddha's teachings, as both have focused on personal effort and vision in shaping the future, despite skepticism or challenges. Buddha's doctrine of karma, the belief that our actions have consequences, has had a profound impact on ethical thinking. Malala Yousafzai, whose advocacy for girls' education continues to inspire the world, demonstrates how actions rooted in compassion and courage can create lasting change. Her life exemplifies the ripple effect of ethical action, a core principle in Buddha's teachings. Buddha's teachings also stress the universality of the path to enlightenment. The Buddha did not reserve enlightenment for the wealthy or the powerful. It is a path open to anyone, regardless of their background. This message of equality and personal potential is especially relevant in today's world, where inequality and discrimination still persist. Real-world applications, stories from the Buddha's life. Buddha's teachings were not theoretical, they were grounded in practical applications. His life was filled with transformative stories that illustrated the power of wisdom and compassion. The story of Angulimala, a notorious killer who found redemption through Buddha's teachings, is a powerful reminder that even the most hardened individuals can change. Similarly, the story of Kisagatami, a grieving mother who learned the universality of death, underscores the Buddha's teachings on impermanence and the inevitability of suffering. These stories, deeply rooted in real human experiences, show how Buddha's wisdom can guide anyone seeking to transform their lives. The life and teachings of the Buddha offer timeless wisdom for navigating the complexities of modern existence. Whether it's dealing with the existential struggles faced by successful individuals like Steve Jobs, or seeking to transcend suffering as Nelson Mandela did, Buddha's path remains relevant in today's fast-paced, success-driven world. His teachings on mindfulness, compassion, and self-reliance offer a universal guide to personal transformation, one that transcends wealth, status, or social standing. As we navigate our own journeys, Buddha's wisdom provides a roadmap to a life of balance, peace, and lasting fulfillment.